Welcome back to another episode of WorldBox Nation Battle Royale. Now what I have for you guys today is a custom map that I actually made myself. Hang on. That map is the map of Hoth, the snowy frozen planet from Star Wars. And yeah, I put down all of the race, of course. This time we have the elves over here with Spear of Yosana Fawn, Dekrak by the Orc, who is currently kind of contained within this little mountain valley. We have Ahal Shield for the dwarfs. We have the Goblin in the middle with Red Gegoose. We have Bibemu for the human, Akur for the hive, and Yelenona for the lizard. Now, of course, seeing that this is a frozen map, countries, kingdoms are going to be struggling with food in the early game. So who can survive? Who will thrive and who will become the strongest surviving nation as we go through 1,000 years? Meanwhile, I need to... Okay, there we go. The volume is a little bit loud with the music there. Sorry about that. Okay, to reiterate, you know, the countries are gonna have a lot of difficulties growing their crops, or at least harvesting crops in the winter, in the, you know, frozen planet like this. Alright, time for the world law. Diplomacy, rebellion, kingdom expansion. Peaceful monster off, and here we go. Let's go put it on ×5. So geography wise, I think the orc have a lot of defensive, but the dwarf have a lot of work to finish here, as they have quite a lot of territory to actually expand into. The hive and the lizard are separated by this mountain range, and the human is pretty much boxed off into this area. Now it seems that the goblin is trying their best here. As you can see, they built this house in surrounding a volcano, an extinct volcano, extinguished volcano. I don't know. Dormant volcano should be the word. Anyway, building a farm would be utmost important, as your kingdom will not survive for long without any food. Which means the goblin once again is in a lot of disadvantage. Can't speak today. I don't know why. Because the goblins themselves can't actually build any farm. And I'm not sure how they can get through that. Well, unless they have trading, which is gonna be a long while from the current state of the game. Although the goblin currently is leading in terms of population. A new village has been founded for the orcs in the northern area. It seems that they have to trek through this area, this mountain, to actually get to the top here. Don't know why they decided to do that, but okay. The elves have an advantage that they can cross this river barrier in the early game, but when this river thaws, they melt due to other race kind of like walked in, then the elves are gonna have a lot of difficulties supporting this village in the south. Goblins seem to be expanding quite heavily, although I don't really know how they can support the population. Are they starving? 4 are starving. Ah, I see that they are hunting for meat instead. Very interesting strategy. The hive have managed to build some farm. The same with the lizard over here. The dwarfs are starving to death. 15 are starving to death because they still have yet to build a farm. Oh, okay. Now they have made a farm. Good move. The goblins still have some starving people, and the orcs, currently they aren't starving, but I would definitely say that you can't really go on surviving by killing animals for long if you don't, you know, build a farm here, and they did. What about the elves? Elves are also building a farm. The human have started building a farm as well. So it seems that at this point all the race have built their farm. The hive actually split off early on here with Kingdom Gore split off from Akur and actually have a advantage. The same can be said for the lizard. It seems that we have some early civil war between this kingdom, and the factions might change here, at least for the lizard. You can see that Yile Nona is severely disadvantaged. Gore, in the meantime, has been betrayed by the main village that they, set up here, and now it seems that the fate of Kingdom Gore is certain to doom. Lloyd Aten of Rain have managed to split off. Has taken a majority of the lizard territory. Over here we can see that the goblin have split up into 3 different tribes. Dusrit, Red Geckos, which is the original tribe, and Katep Axis. How are they going to deal with the starvation situation? Have yet to build any farm. I don't know can they even build any farm, because I have not seen them do any of that in my playtest. What is this? It's Red Geckos. Seems that they are trying to box off Katep Axis from expanding to the north. The human have tried to expand outside of the mountain range over here, which I would say good. Have to secure the borderland over here. Meanwhile, the elves are pretty much kind of like they're not going east, they're just going south. The orcs are the one who has the least land to work with here. Still managed to keep themselves with quite a lot of territories. But, dwarves are over here making village after villages, and actually kind of touching the area of the lizard now. And it seems that Akur have become the main population. Still are the main population of the hive, but Samtil Kingdom have oh my god. As soon as they demolish one rebellion kingdom, another rise up to take the torch. Or kingdom split off in the south, and Samtil Kingdom still exists here, but if they have any war right now, that's gonna be completely destroyed. Lean Art has split off from Lloyd Aton of Rain, and currently they seems to be the successor faction here, as Lloyd Aton of Rain is in a severe disadvantage in terms of population. Uz-Oz brother have split off again from Red Geckos. It seems that the goblins seem to have no central control. They just keep splitting off into multiple factions. With no farms, no armies, I don't think they're gonna last any for long. If the other civilization kind of like caught wind of the goblin's weakness. So far, we see that the elves are actually the most populous faction with the single kingdom. Well, the elves, honestly, I need to like freaking learn my ability to string sentence together. The elves are currently the faction with the most populous kingdom here, with spears of Yoasa Fawn. Who's this? It's Lean Art. The lizard seem to have crawled up to the north here and becoming the neighbor of the dwarfs. The elves had split off into two factions with Liama, Fua of Fire. So the only, no, two of the only, well, three of the faction have still been united, which is the human, orcs, and the dwarf. It seems that the orc are trying to attack the elves when they are preoccupied with their rebellion. Faction Opior have split off from the hive and made a new kingdom over here. Let's speed up the process. Okay, we can see that. Oh, okay. The orcs and the elves quite balanced in terms of power, but I don't know. The elves can have a lot of. They do have a lot more property, more territory to extract stuff from. It seems that the orcs are trying to attack Sentinel Kingdom from the hive. Alright, let's go and slow it down a little bit. Okay. Here we can see that the dwarves have completely destroyed Sentinel Kingdom. The goblins are on the attack now against the orcs, who are somewhat surprised by the sudden aggression from the south. The elves and the orc are in a war of mutual destruction here, as both of them are in quite a danger. Ur Kingdom, when I was looking away, has managed to unite a huge faction of hive people and kind of claim a lot of territory, but as soon as I said that, they split off. OPR is now being destroyed by the human. Okay. Seems that some lizard colony have been set up in the midst of a war between elves and orcs. Cannons are being shot. Cannonballs are being shot. This elven village is being raided by orcs. Meanwhile, Hoth's brother will also have to deal with some orcish invaders. Can't have access on their way out with only 7 human left. I mean, hive people left. Spear of Josana Fawn seemed to be the loser in the conflict between the elf and the orcs. As you can see, when the orc passes through the river, they create a sort of like pattern here because they are melting. They're melting the river as they walk through. So as more invasion happens, it's less likely that any faction can actually utilize that frozen river as a way to cross that area. Faction Dustrit from the Goblin have been destroyed by Hoth's brother. No, they are destroyed by the human. Hoth's brother does not have that kind of force. The human are expanding wildly in the southwest corner here. They even take over some part of the northern territory. Hoth's brother is is in danger here as two separate factions, two separate kingdoms are attacking them. They're down to 3 people. Also, warrior also sharing the same fate. It seems that the goblin can never survive for any longer than 100 years, or at least, you know, in this kind of situation, when they have a lot of neighbors, they cannot compete due to the lack of technology. The incapability of building farms have led them to destruction. The goblin is out. Alright, let's speed up. Elves are currently the weakest faction in the game here. In the current game. And they are being attacked by the human, who is currently the largest united faction. So yeah, not looking good for the elves. 2, 1, and out. The elves have been destroyed. Obadam Mountain. Rocky von Hadu. Oh, the dwarf have split off here with Bibor. Cowboy Bibor. Splitting off in the north. Oh, here miners. Okay, so the hive is still splitting off into multiple branches. The orcs are being destroyed by the humans. Interesting. So the faction Degrak is being destroyed by the human kingdom of Bibemu here. Seems that the human want to destroy the orc as soon as possible to diminish any sort of like future aggression. As you can see, the river is getting more and more melted, getting more and more, I don't know, less frozen, less and less frozen. So yeah, Bibor is currently being actually taking advantage here, and they are destroying a house shield. Degrak becoming the only surviving. Oh no, not really. They still have clan of Uhus. Okay, so the orcs is they're not close to destruction, but they are not doing very good. Now I have no idea why Tilestone here, with their population of with a huge territory, but only have a population of 48. What is this? They have farms, they have stuff. Maybe their population have been kind of destroyed in a war over the mountain, down to 1 person and dead. Bibemu becoming the strongest faction, strongest kingdom too. So oh no, Bibor actually, the tide have turned on them, and now they are in the verge of eradication. And Bibor is out. A house shield regains their strength. Okay, Bibemu have just split up into multiple kingdoms here, with around the Sashihe? Oh, what a name. Okay of Sun and Grid. Ah, all good names, all meme names. The it seems that the lizard and the hive are not doing very well. At least one faction is a hive. You can see that Lean Art does not have too many people left in their villages, and the farm are completely destroyed, possibly from an invasion. Well, very, very much a certainty, not a possibility. BMU is now getting kicked out from the south here, and they have to relocate their capital to the north. The territory is getting scattered across the entire map. So it seems that Ahal shield is currently the one doing the best. Things are not looking good for the lizard though. Oh, Bibemu down to the last territory. And they're out. Oh hell, the King Choke of Great R is currently choking. Anyway, you can see that a huge army from Ahal's shield is going out and raiding the Orcus faction of Dekrak. Dek Tonor, the village was destroyed. It seems that the terrain of this planet is way too harsh, and the kingdoms kind of just don't do very well in the winter. Because look at this. These farms are not doing very good. Even if they do build some farms here, none of them are yielding any results. The one doing the best are those by the humans, it seems. Minor of the humans and I guess the dwarfs. They're also herding sheep. Very puzzling for me is the Kingdom of Tall Stone. Most of their farmland have been destroyed. So, but they should have enough stuff to actually support their population, no? I don't understand why, but this farm here, which is still active, is not being cared for, and therefore it does not provide any sort of food stuff for the population. The only farm that's running properly is this one, it seems, and this one in the north. It seems that you can see that most of the buildings here are not activated. They're not active because perhaps the population have been frozen to death, as you can see here as well. Something terrible have happened. An army from Talstone is going and raiding Lin Art, which still have an active population. Okay, of Sun is in the process of being destroyed. It seems that the High faction is being attacked by humans. Around the Shashi, Great R down to the last village with 2 people. 6. Talstone down to the last person. I think that is it for them. The Lin Art also down to the last 4 people. That's... well... don't really know. Oh, okay, the last person here is... the last guy from Talstone here is this lonely warrior who is... trying his best to do something. There's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to do here. At the very least, the well, that's it. The Hive is down to the last faction with Rocky von Hadum, and they are being in a war between them and the Ahal Shields, who might just eradicate them, just as they did with the orc up north. It seems that the human is currently the leading faction here. Not very surprising. The humans have been shown to be a very efficient race. The territory are expanding quickly. Great Yid just split off. Same with Adishep. That is going to decrease the speed of expansion for the human race. More time for the orc to develop, and actually the orc are declaring war against the realms of Sashi Shi. Seems that the population of the lizard are bouncing back due to the lesser, you know, competition from the other kingdom nearby. Although, how long can they survive with just one village? Huge dwarven army is marching in, attacking this exclave by realm of the Sashi Shi. They're quite successful in doing so, and in turns helping other kingdom to claim that territory. Not sure what the dwarf game plan is. Minor of Roim just split off, which means most of the army sending out to desecrate the kingdom of realms of Sashishi has been recalled, and now only a minor faction of the army is currently doing that job. Lean Art just expanded a little bit here. A new dawn for the lizard maybe, but they have to be quick because the other faction does not, will probably not give them any chances to expand should they be noticed. I mean, look at this, 1,800, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. This guy's like 46 people. They can barely support themselves. Oh no. Bad idea, Lizard Man. You are not going to be able to compete with the human faction. Do not go to war with them. Alright, well, since they are electing themselves to death, let's observe it in great details. We can see here our brave warrior, Yarasona, marching in with a glory stinger, which is actually a spear. Let's speed up the process here to ×5. Let's observe him as he marched into battle, not knowing that he is bringing his country into ruin. Okay, what is he doing? He's being attacked by babies. He's being attacked by villagers, and he's dead. Oh, here comes a human. Not looking good here. That territory, newly built territory from by Lean Art, is now being attacked, being focused by a giant army. Might have robbed down to the last one person. It seems that he has escaped the into the outskirt of the kingdom of the dwarfs here, but yeah, the imperial army is after him. Oh no, look at this. As soon as they notice you, you're doomed. You've done yourself in, you idiot. Alright. Well, we're just gonna have to speed up the process of destruction for the lizard here. The orc have completely claimed their they split off Sosrim stones. The Lewako split off over here. Lean Art is in the verge of destruction, down to the last one person, which means yeah, they're gone. Bad move. Really bad move. Should have focused on building his own country and not, you know, invading a very large opponent. Edisus is currently the largest human faction with 2,000 population. Although Red It have managed to split off that territory in half. Ancient Enril. A split off from a house shield. So it seems that the dwarf are also going into a civil war phase. Vigi split off as the territory of the South Edissus cannot govern them, does not get any instruction from the imperial capitals. They have elected to govern themselves. Great 8, after striking into the heart of Edissus and splitting the country in half, is now facing the wrath of the Edissus imperial army as their kingdom dwindle and getting annexed by Edissus itself. So in a twisted sense, Edissus actually gained an advantage out of that. And yeah. So it seems that we have expanded into the entirety of the map here. Realm of the Sashishi have managed to claim some exclave outside of their territory, outside of their mainland, but that's not gonna be very good, as they just got absorbed by Lewako, and now all of the village that are in control by the realms of Sashishi is scattered and unable to communicate with each other, unable to defend each other and themselves. Lewako just managed to take over that southern exclave. A house shields working to reclaim their lost territory, but Ancient Enril is currently sort of kind of ahead a little bit. Icy, which is a very good name for this map, had just arisen from Edissus. Holy Akel just split off in the south. Kingdom of Vigi is kind of pushed into the corner here in the southeastern corner. And we finally see some dwarf on human violence, with a house shield declaring war on Vigi and realms of Sashishi. So Lewako and Edissus are sort of kind of doing good. Although I do see that IC is making some move to cut Edissus in half, which means the southern territory is gonna be splitting off here if the central capital does not reel them in, or destroy IC. So to reclaim that land bridge. A village from Edissus was destroyed by the orcs. It seems that by Ancient Enril. A house shield has been relegated to a tiny kingdom down to the last village in the southeastern corner. Kingdom Et just appeared, perhaps as a buffer zone between the Lewako and Edissus. IC is now encircled within the territory of Edissus. A new kingdom is arise. Spear of Orur. Great Masulo split off from Edissus, but I must say the kingdom Edissus is absolutely massive in size. Seems that Edisas have managed to claim all the entirety of that mainland of the map here. The you can say the valley region. Oh man, this round of the Sashishi is down to the last village, and it's not doing very good. Seems like they have anchored some dwarfs. Kingdom Icy has now take a refuge in the northmost region of the map. The Lewako and Edisas have very similar color army, so it's very difficult to actually differentiate between their forces. I know we can actually change their colors, but I'm not gonna do that. Me Hegemony has appeared. Seems that Great Nereir is currently the dominant dwarf faction, taking over Spear of Orur. Me Hegemony is currently facing the threat of annexation by Edisas. Sos Rimstone is down to the last person. Great Lalami split off in the west. Oh man, the population of Edisas have risen to almost 3,000 population already. You can see a huge war between the dwarfs going on. Great Nereil is in the process of destroying ancient Enril. But in the meantime, Spear of Hor, okay, has appeared. Spear of Hor is striking the rear of Great Nereil when they were busy fighting in the front line against ancient Enril, which means not gonna look good for Great Nereil here. They've let their rear wide open, and now they're becoming the lesser faction in the war. Bad, very bad situation. Not exactly their fault. They couldn't really expect Spear Hoal to actually take advantage of that situation. But this decision to send all troops into ancient Enril, expecting a quick victory, has kind of like backfired. And now Great Nereil facing their extinction. Edisas is expanding over into the far east, but that is kind of like not very successful, as Great In and Great High just appeared. Lots of country with Great in the as the prefix here. I don't know. I don't think it's prefix. It's more like the I don't know. Anyway, Great Nereil is about to be gone. Spear of Hoal managed to claim that last village of Great Nereil, and now they have kind of like boxed in ancient Enril from the center of the map. Great Lalami somehow has migrated from the far west to the center, bordering Great High and OK. Now, OK is not doing good here. They are being annexed into the Lewako. Wait, no, Edissus. Shapo Imperium split off from Edissus, becoming a huge faction. Which means this village, an entire territory in the south, in the corner rather, is cut off from the central command of Edissus. Great Lalami might actually have a chance to do something funny. But Great Inn is also taking advantage of the situation. They've destroyed a village, I believe, from the Great Spear of Hoal. And now it looks like Great Inn want to become a southern power, taking over more villages from Edissus. Perhaps they even aim to replace Edissus' hegemony in general. Ancient Enril seem to have been able to break free from the containment of Spear of Hoal. Shapo Imperium have severely weakened Edissus, and now it is their decision it's their opportunity to become the next power in the north. Ancient Enril seeking to claim even more territory from their Spear of Hoal counterparts. The Lewako also seeking a chance to completely eradicate their former rival, Edissus here. Oh, but not good. Kingdom Ga just appeared in the southwestern corner, severely hampering that effort to drive away Edissus from the center of the map. It's still successful, but without the main bulk in the southwestern corner, Kingdom Ga might actually be able to strike into the underbelly of Lewako. Ancient Enril is kind of locked in a combat, in eternal combat between them and Spear Hoal. If nothing changed, the border is just gonna stay kind of in this general area. The Kingdom Icy seem to have been isolated for some time, but not looking like so for much longer, as Ancient Enril is making some moves to eradicate the human from what they claims to be proper dwarf territory. Kingdom Ga, as expected, have striked into the underbelly of Lewako, and it kind of weakens the Lewako in general. Edissus down to the last bit of land up north. Shapo Imperium nearing the completion of their goal to kind of like replace Edissus. Great Lalami down to the last 8 people. Spear of Hoal seems to have come in contact with the kingdom of Great Inn, and which brings their destruction here, as Ancient Enril and Great Inn both seek their destruction. This Kingdom Ga have lost their footing. They've lost their footing, and is now facing the wrath of the Lewako Imperial Army. Kingdom Icy down to the last 5 people. It seems that the Dwarven Kingdom in the south has been, the Spear of Hoal, been completely destroyed. A sour shield just appeared, splitting off Ancient Enril. As they destroyed Kingdom of Icy, Shapo Imperium have successfully completed their the task of becoming the northern power. And yeah, the Lewaco is now next. As it's now their rival in the south. Kingdom Ga still exists, so there's still some bit of work to do for Lewaco. Great Inn is moving in from the east. Not sure what is the implication of this. Can ancient Enril claim enough of the eastern land before Great Inn move in? No. Okay, Great Inn is being pushed out from the center here by the Lewaco and by Shapo Imperium. Minor of Ver Air is kind of making the work of expanding more difficult for ancient Enril. As you can see, there's a huge concentration of army from Shapo Imperium in the north village of Great Inn. But does not look like Great Inn is stopping or relenting in terms of like expansion here, as they seek to claim even more land from the Lewaco. The Exclave might be annexed soon, and yes, it is. Great Inn power somehow have broken the Lewaco and Shapo Imperium as the kingdom around the Ihaku and Renet split off. Small, but still some crack is showing. Ancient Enril have successfully united the dwarfs. The Lewaco and Shapo Imperium have finally been able to push Great Inn back. I see that ancient Enril is now having some conflict with Shapo Imperium. The center village is being destroyed, being raided by dwarves. Kingdom of Olok just appeared, which means Lewaco is in danger. And without Shapo Imperium help, as they are kind of facing some very heavily fighting in the north by the dwarves, seems that it's possible that because of the southern expansion, most of the troops cannot retreat and reinforce the border between them and the dwarf in time, leading to the destruction of that center village. The dwarf are breaking into the center of the map. In this corner, another front is appearing. Seems that the dwarf have also attacked into that area, but it doesn't last for long. The faction of Godil have split off from ancient Enril. It seems that they have been quite tired of the war, and they are actually directing the anchor back at ancient Enril instead. Shapo Imperium have actually received like a breather here, but not for long. Ibiti split off from the Shapo Imperium. A new and very huge faction competing is not a good thing for Shapo Imperium, as they have lost half of their entire army. Ancient Enril now is being kicked out by Gotil. Gotil looking actually quite powerful here. They can actually take on every other kingdom. The dwarf have made peace with the human. Sapo Imperium have launched a failed invasion into EBT, and now the counter-offensive is on, as EBT gaining more and more territory. The Kingdom Great of Goldhill is looking to actually take over Ancient Enrail altogether. Sapo Imperium managed to take back some of the territory from EBT. Oh, the dwarf have united once again, but this time under the banner of Goldhill. So cool. Once a great empire is now on their way out, as Olok is taking over in the south. Goldhill have actually declared war on Sapo Imperium, continuing that that war between the dwarf and the human once again. Sapo Imperium have regained their footing in the center as soon as EBT shows a little bit of weakness. But they are facing against an enemy way larger than themselves, Gotil. Can they defend themselves, or are they gonna have to wait for another fracture within the dwarfs? One village is now destroyed. Sapo Imperium not looking good. Not looking like they are in good shape here. More and more villages down south is being raided by the dwarves. Some northern territory is also facing some anger, some invasion from other human countries as well. It seems that EBT managed to take over that village as a revenge. Olok has declared war on Renette, which is gonna be short, as Renette does not put up much of a fight. Oh, look at that. Sapo Imperium has it's not doing very well. More and more forces from Goldhill showing up to Sapo Imperium to destroy them, as EBT, taking advantage of the chaos, is setting up shop everywhere. Who's your current king? Oh man, Sapo Imperium down to the is kind of fractured now, and it does signal that their end here. As EBT also moving in after the dwarf to take over any bit of villages that can be taken. Olok in the south is having a war against Great Inn. And it seems that Great Inn is actually, well, it's quite a balanced fight here between the forces of Olok and Great Inn. It does seem that Olok is gaining more and more advantage in that fight. Sapo Imperium cornered. They cannot get out. They cannot escape this time. The Gotil force are moving in. Seems that Great Inn and Gotil are also entering a war here, but most of the forces of Gotil are fighting against Sapo Imperium, so I don't really know what is the purpose of that. The dwarf might have to abandon their current project to defend themselves from Great Inn. Or they could choose to destroy Sapo Imperium, but it's facing some damage by Great Inn in the south. Sapo Imperium is destroyed. So most of the forces now will probably travel back to the south to fight against Great Inn. As you can see, the southern village from Gotil is being raided quite heavily by Great Inn. The kingdom of Olok is seeking to expand a little bit more into EBT's territory. Burr Shield, Shield Apparel, split off from dwarfs. On the dwarf side, in the human side, we have 4 kingdoms. Realm of the Ihaku, Olok, EBT, and Great Inn. Gotil is actually declaring war against so many kingdoms here. They might actually be at a disadvantage. EBT seems to have a lot of territory to go to claim, but they do not have the forces to actually project that kind of power. Even when Olok have 3 separate kingdoms splitting off from their territory: Ziobiwe, Realms of Ovi, and Weshi. Olok grows in size as EBT is now defenseless. that entire southern dwarven village was destroyed by, I believe, Grid Inn, and now it opens the expansion route for Olok and Grid Inn, of course. But it seems Olok is taking advantage of that earlier. Dwarven infighting have sort of made them weaker and now more vulnerable to human attack. The kingdom Ibiti has been completely destroyed. The sheer size of Olok is lagging the computer. The two micro kingdoms, realms of Ovi and the Obi-Way, have declared some of a war against each other, and not sure how that gonna pans out, or if Olok is going to. King von Hothal of Gothia have been killed by Gore. Does not sound good. Gothil is in the verge of extinction. Sorry, Brain is having some absolutely distraction as I am facing my own hardship, as my stomach is experiencing some some hostile action here. Might need to pause the game a little bit. Holy Matov securing that center area. Spear Peril seem to have completely taken over the northern corner. Okay, stomach ache went away. Gotil is down to the last village. Not sure if they can actually hold on to that. Dear Camel Kingdom appeared in that corner in the east there. Holy Matov is facing annexation from Olok. As realm of Ihaku also is trying to expand a little bit further. Seems that I have ran out of music. Man, the kingdom of Olog just keep getting bigger and bigger, huh? As they expand and cut off Holy Matov into 3 parts. Of course, with the help of the realm of Ihaku in the north. Also attacking into Spear Peril. Olog just grows in size. And yet still letting the Obiwe survive in peace inside of their kingdom. That's why you don't expand too much. As the Okef have now split Olok into 3 or maybe 4 parts. Or 5 rather. Holy Matov managed to eke out their survival, as Olok is currently busy dealing with Okef. But that does not mean they are safe, as Spear of Peril might actually try to declare war against them. Realms of Ihaku still have some aggression though, so they are attacking into that area. But of course they are facing some pushback from the dwarfs. Great Ishit. Ishit? Shit? Who knows? It's up north. Holy Matov slowly getting annexed by realms Ihaku. And they're gone. Seems that we have a new Dwarven kingdom, Otil Stone. A new human kingdom, Holy Eddie Wolf. Eddie Wolf. Otil Stone was destroyed very quickly after their formation. Great Eden and Olok is currently declaring war against each other. Realms Ihaku and Spear Peril are currently the largest faction in each of the race. From each race. Olok is facing against a gigantic, I don't know what other adjective I can use to describe that army, but it's definitely massive. Hang on, let me pause this a little bit. I need a break here. Forgot to put on the mic to unmute it. But yeah, Olok was destroyed, and Great In, the Obiwe, and Rebel Haku kind of moves into that area. Dear Kemal Kingdom is currently being destroyed both from the human of Holy Ediwulf and annexed by Spear Peril. Great Ishit, also Ichit. Well, in any way, that kingdom sounds disgusting and should not exist. Okay, it's gone. Good. The OB whales is without any large empire to actually protect them, is now facing invasion from Great Inn. In the north, we can see that the dwarf are now engaging into a war against it seems forces from the realm of the Haku and some from the Okef. East of Moon just appeared in the south. Seems that Spear Peril actually managed to destroy a large territory of the Okef, and they're still moving in. They keep coming and they don't stop coming. Alright, I'm just gonna, because the game is currently running at snail pace. Oh, Gay Kingdom's disappeared. I'm just kinda like tap out a little bit here and let the game run until it reach our 1,000 year. God, in my absence, Gay Kingdom actually managed to dig into Ramsey Hagut's territory. Meanwhile, Holy Eddywolf is now moving into the east. The Okef actually kind of like expand a little bit, and East of Moon still is down there trying to punch into the gut of the Okef. Oh, the Okef. Actually, I think they have just destroyed a kingdom down there, but I don't remember. I don't see what that name, the name of that kingdom. But Kingdom Sin just appeared in the southwestern corner, rather. Of course, the dwarves still exist over there with Spear Peril. Unlikely as they are going any other way. Gay Kingdom is actually doing pretty good. Ah, okay, back. I'm back. We have 1,000 years left. And Gay Kingdom has sent a large amount of their troops down to the Spear Peril territory. Perhaps they think they can actually kind of like take advantage of the situation, as Spear Peril is kind of busy. That force is concentrating on the northern part of the territory. I'm not sure if there's like any defenses in that area. Realms of Ihaku is kind of like small now. What happened? Also have declared war on Spear Peril. It seems that the humans are now determined to become the master of the planet Hoth. Lots of territory being destroyed. 917. I'm just gonna tab out a little bit here. Oh man, the Spear of Peril is in peril right now as Great Inn, the combined allies of Great Inn, the Okef, and Gay Kingdom are now bringing destruction to the dwarfs. They might not even make it into the 1,000 years mark. It looks like, yeah, the dwarf are not gonna be able to stay in the game here. Humans are just too strong. I even put the human in the disadvantaged place for expanding, and they still manage to break out and become the dominant species. Spear Peril down to 300 people. All the while, Shirit of Moon have split off from Great Inn, and more kingdom. Oh, there's Sin. Okay. Sin. Who knows? Spear Peril down to 200 people, and the population just keep getting slaughtered. What a freaking disaster! Spear Peril down to the last 100 people. Can they survive? Seems that they've made peace with 2 of the allies' kingdom, with the human kingdoms. Yes. Okay, they have managed to survive by signing a hasty peace treaty with the humans. So they managed to avoid destruction, but can they rebuild enough so that they, do not face any more invasion from the human? Kingdom Yoro just appeared. Oh no, look at this. Kingdom, the Ophep and Gay Kingdom are now fighting against each other. Sin has completely relocated from the far west to the far east. Spear Peril is having to babysit Great Efi in their territory. We are currently in year 976. 1048 would be the last year on our game here. And wow, okay, the old cap just split off. Just stack Imperium. Look at the population of beasts in the game here. Like, they have slaughtered all the animals down to the last 10. It's just kind of hovering at that kind of point. Well, that's not much happening in the last kind of like few years. I'm just gonna wait. Oh no, another advance from the human into dwarven territory. I believe this time from Great Inn. Dwarfs once again have to fight for their survival as the year 1000 is about to appears, about to comes. With 1048 years left, the dwarfs, they might just survive in the end. Last time they were safe because they can manage to sign a peace treaty, but this time they might not be so lucky. They're down to 84 people. Okay, seems that the peace treaty was signed and now the troops from Great Inn are retreating. Spear Peril lives to see lived one day. However, Great Efi actually kind of want to destroy Spear Peril forever. And yeah, not looking good. That neighboring human country definitely does not cannot be trusted. $10.11 now. Oh hell, the king shell of Realm of the Ihaku. Realm of the Ihaku actually survived for quite some time. I didn't actually expect them to like made it to the end here. 1025. Holy Yasat disappeared in the north. Kind of late into the game, but yeah, welcome. You are here to see the destruction of some age-old kingdoms. Surrounds Iahaku down to the last village. Same with Spear of Peril. Come on, only 10 years left. 10 years and 10 people left. Oh, Ramsey Haku couldn't make it. Spear Peril looking to be the same as they down to the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it sucks, but the dwarf have been eradicated right before the end. I believe Great Inn might be the longest surviving kingdom for now. $10.38. We have 10 years left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's over. Okay, let's see. I believe Great Inn is currently the longest surviving kingdom. 539. Gay Kingdom, 188. So 259 for the Okef, 70 for Jastak, Shirit Moon as 114, and Great Ifi as 81. So yeah, definitely Great Inn as a winner. They win with the most territory, most population, and longest surviving kingdom. So kind of an ultimate victory. Well, not exactly the ultimate victory. It's gonna be like, you know, you claim the entire map, but that's not gonna happen anytime soon, unless we have a really small map. But yeah, let's see the king, Wakubo. Oops. Okay. Gay Kingdom has Mashevi. This guy has Bloodlust. The Okef, Rehab, Yastak, we have Vipefa, Shirit of Moon, we have Seep. None of these guys are like immortal. And Nikafo, who is the poorest king, wielding a big club. Speak softly and carry a big club. Anyway, that's gonna be the end. I might not be able to provide you guys with this map, but you know, maybe I will try to upload this later. Alright, and that's the end of the video. I am going to end it here. Bye.